I'm not sure, but I appear to be stuck. Not sure what's going on here. It counter is going, but my camera is not. Can you guys see me? I appear to be stuck here, so I'm not sure if you're even seeing me. Hi, Kimberly, can you see me? Because on my screen, I'm just stuck. I'm like not moving. I don't know what's going on. All right, so I guess I'll just go. I don't know what's going on my end, but if you can see me, that's all that matters. I don't need to see myself. We'll smudge a little bit, and maybe in the meantime, my camera will decide to become functioning. So let me, and we will smudge that like that, not smudge that. All right, so some for you guys, and some for me. It is very distracting for the fact that I am not moving on camera, but oh well. Maybe we need to smudge the camera. So we'll just put this over here and let it burn. And we will pick a new card. So last week's card was a blessing to find your way. And I can't see anything in the camera. Hopefully you could see that. Always something interesting going on. Alrighty. Usually that only happens like during when Mercury's retrograde. We sure will. Just make the best of it. All right, so a blessing for a fresh start. We've had this one a couple of times. I will put a picture of that up and post it to the Facebook group, which is Lady Faltai's Light Healers. So if you want to see that, I usually do, like I said, a little write-up, and you can see that over on the Facebook group page. If you're not a member, just go ahead on over and request to get in, and I will. I think if you answer the couple of questions, you go right in, but if not, I can just approve you and let you in. So. All right, so let's get started here. I know today is technically Tuesday, but I am going to go over Mondays, just because maybe something there might click, might make sense for you, or help you understand maybe something that happened yesterday. So yesterday was Monday the 30th, October 30th, and the moon was in Gemini. So Gemini people are typically going to be they're going to want to know who, what, why, how come. So they're very inquisitive. They're great for conversation, but they do kind of have that like just that wanting to like ask more questions. So if you were maybe feeling like that, that might be why, because those energies, we're just going to kind of want to keep you mentally stimulated. And so if you didn't have maybe somebody for a conversation, like I tell people all the time though, like nowadays there's really no excuse. Even if you're not physically with somebody, we have messenger, texting, phones, FaceTime. Like there's a bazillion ways to connect with somebody these days. But if you didn't have that connection with somebody, you didn't have conversation and stuff, you might have been feeling very fidgety or edgy, or just kind of like distracted from maybe doing what you were trying to do. Normally I would tell people like that's a good day to read a really good book, do maybe some word puzzles, or something like that that's going to keep your mind active for you. If you felt like that yesterday, that was probably why. Yesterday's color was cream. And I picked some bloodstone. This card says get up and get moving. But really it was more about your mind than your physical being. So, all right. So today, October 31st, what most people are celebrating for Halloween. And I am going to, once this video is done, I'm going to hop off for a little bit and then come back on and do a Samhain video. If you've been on my Facebook page, you have probably seen I've been posting some of my old Samhain videos. So this video is just going to be a little bit of a recap, and then I'm going to talk about maybe some tools or some things you could use if you wanted to, celebrate Samhain yourself, some things that you could do. So anyway, more about that a little later on. So like I said, depending on when this video gets done, I'll probably take about a half an hour break or so and then come back on to do the other video. But for today, Tuesday, October 31st, Venus is in harmony. Yes, I will. Like I said, the first part will just be a little bit of a recap, and then we'll talk about some stuff that you can use today. So Venus in harmony with Uranus. So Venus is about how we love, and so it should be exciting. Should be exciting influence over your love life and relationship. So should be some nice energy there, some excitement going on there for you. I wrote down embrace change and be open to, unconventional things. I'm not suggesting like a threesome or anything like that, but just, be open to a little bit of excitement and, maybe change a little routine, we'll just say. I also wrote, don't be reckless though. Like just be aware that, balance is where we want to be, right? So the energies are great. We can use the energies to our advantage, but we don't want to be a little over the top and become a little bit too reckless. So today's color is light green. And I picked some phantom quartz. It says embrace change, which is weird because that's like exactly what I wrote down was embrace change. So all right, moving over to Wednesday, November 1st. Can you guys believe it? Moon is in Cancer, so going to be some some heightened emotions. Might be being a little sensitive. That's the Cancer energy. You're probably going to feel not quite the same as Taurus energy, but you're probably going to feel that desire to kind of be feel that you're supported, feel that you're what's the word? All I can think of is like when a baby is swaddled and it's nice and comfy and it feels safe. It's kind of like that. So you're going to want to be surrounded by friends or family. Taurus is more all about the actual comfort. Like they like good food, they like soft clothes, things like that. This is a little bit more on the emotional level of wanting to just be comfortable. So it'd be a really good time to spend some time with a loved one. And again, if you can't, remember to utilize the tools that we have at our fingertips right now. Do a video chat, whatever, spend time on the phone. It's not me. I'm not big into it, but, my daughters do it. They play video games with their headset at their own houses, and they can talk to each other, and they spend the day together, but they're not really together. So there's always ways to spend time with loved ones now if they're far away, or you can't, for whatever reason, you just can't be with them on that day. But and again, be aware of moodiness. So if you're not getting that comfort feeling that you're looking for, might make you a little bit moody. But again, utilize what you have at your fingertips. So Wednesday, like I said, would be a good day if you could to have coffee with a family member, or a lunch date or a dinner date or whatever, and try to make that connection. So Wednesday's color is royal blue, and I picked some angelite. It says support is all around you, because it is all around you. And I don't want to go off on a sidebar here too much, but there are always people out there that will be there for you, but they're not mind readers. Okay, so you have to remember to ask for it. Step up. You have a voice, you have a mouth, you have a tongue. Step up and ask for it. Just be like, I really just need to spend some time with some family today, or I just really need to spend some time with a friend today. And step up and ask for it. So, okay, that's my little rant. All right. So Thursday, November 2nd, we still Cancer moon connecting with Mars. So it's going to be all the same energy, that Cancer energy, but now it's connecting with Mars. So it's giving us that little bit more of that assertiveness, to really be able to kind of pursue and ask for what you're looking for. So it's a really good day to use that assertiveness to, like I said, ask for what it is that you're looking for. But again, in balance, right? So be aware, especially for me, who I already have Aries. So I have that aggressive assertiveness already. So it's for me, I'm going to make sure I want to be keeping that in balance and not become a little bit too aggressive. So to keep that in check. But if you are somebody that is not normally an assertive person, and there's something that you've been needing or something that you've been wanting, Thursday might be a good day to go ahead and plan to have that conversation, and tap into that Mars energy and that assertiveness to be able to maybe speak up for yourself a little bit. So Thursday's color is yellow, and I picked some red jasper. It says take action. So again, it doesn't necessarily have to be like a physical action. This may be more of a verbal action. That action is action. All right. So Friday, November 3rd, Scorpio Sun in tension with Jupiter. So Jupiter is all about being optimistic and enthusiastic, positivity. And Scorpio is about going deep. It's about mystery, kind of the oddities of the world. So really my advice on Friday is just trying to stay positive and embrace that positivity. Just kind of keeping yourself in a positive frame of mind. So Friday's color is sky blue, and I picked some apophyllite, which says stay positive. And again, I can't see the screen, so hopefully the card is in the screen for you. I don't know what's going on. All right. Saturday, November 4th, Saturn goes direct in Pisces. So Saturn has been in retrograde. So with Saturn going direct in Pisces, some of the things that would be good to spend the day doing is some self-reflection. And really, when I say self-reflection, people say that all the time, self-reflection. But honestly, my big thing with self-reflection is actually be completely honest with yourself. And sometimes that's hard. Sometimes that's easier said than done. But a couple of weeks ago or last week or whatever, I talked about setting goals and being really realistic with yourself. Like, don't say I'm going to go to the gym every day. If it's like I used a New Year's resolution, like, okay, January 1st, okay, I'm going to go to the gym every day now. And, if you sit back and think about that, like, especially for myself, I'm going to be like, that ain't going to ever happen. I'm probably never going to get there once. just be really realistic with yourself and know yourself and know, what would be realistic. So the same with this, when it's self-reflection, when we're looking inward for ourselves, for whatever that change may be, you know, because the next thing I wrote was work on past issues, is to acknowledge our own part in things, right? So that self-reflection and working on past issues, is really knowing the part we played and being honest in it and not blaming everybody else. Not to say that somebody else didn't have a part to play, but you know, the first thing that comes to mind is like, somebody that, I don't want to be, somebody that was trying to have an event and somebody else came in and kind of made all the decisions. And the person that was having the event was very upset and said, well, she came in and she took over. But really, you have to look back at the part too of the person that was having the event and not being able to step up and say, this is mine, not yours. Back off, obviously say it nicely, but like, this is my event, this is not what I want. So yes, that person was in the wrong for stepping forward and doing that and taking over and taking charge, but the other person was also at fault in that situation for not being able to stand up for herself. So just being honest with ourselves about what we needed to do as well. Yes, people do us wrong, but we don't always speak up to them and tell them. We don't stand up for ourselves. We don't say, no, we don't want that. So anyway, working on past issues and some self-reflection would be really good on Saturday. Setting realistic goals, again, like I said, being really truthful and honest with ourselves. Like if I woke up on Saturday and like, I'm going to give up chocolate, that's going to probably last like not even 24 hours because I know I'm not going to do it. But maybe I could kind of say, I'm going to limit my chocolate, or I'm going to see if I can find a better quality chocolate or something like that. That would maybe make it help be a little bit more realistic for me to achieve that actual goal. Because let's be honest, I'm not giving up chocolate. Saturday would also be a really good day to explore your dreams. We don't talk about that a lot on here. It's just not really something that has come up too much, but I find dream analysis to be extremely interesting. The symbolisms that can go into it, the meanings that can go into it. Sometimes there's such little hidden subtleties in there. Other times they're just like, duh, that's what that means. But anyway, I find that also very interesting. So you could spend some time on Saturday exploring your dreams and seeing if there's maybe something in there that might help you along with that working on past issues and self-reflection. So, and I think this is the first time I've ever used this card. It's lepidolite and it says recall your dreams. But typically, just side note here, lepidolite is really good for anxiety. So if you are somebody who suffers from a lot of anxiety, lepidolite would be a really good one to work with. So I know there's nowadays, everybody deals with at some point some sort of anxiety, whether it be social anxiety or financial anxiety or job related or relationship related or kid related, or I mean, we've all got anxiety. So if you are experiencing some sort of anxiety, you could work with some lepidolite. So I don't think I said Saturday's color was off-white. So all right, so finishing up for Sunday, November 5th, it is the last quarter moon in Leo. So last quarter moon, I didn't do the full moon video because I was on vacation, and I just decided that vacation was going to actually be vacation, and I didn't really post anything or or go do any videos or anything. So I actually took an actual vacation. So, but during full moons, that's when we release what no longer serves us. So hopefully you guys have been watching my videos enough to know that. But I usually go over the astrology for you and some tools you can work with, which I did not do. But so last quarter moon is a good time to, again, we're going to continue over on that reflection, but instead of self-reflection, this is a little bit of more reflection of like, what was it you tried to release? Excuse me, what was it you tried to release during the full moon? So whatever that was, whether you were releasing an emotion or a person or a job or an obstacle that was in your way, whatever it was, Sunday is going to be a time to kind of sit back and see where you are in that path. What's working, what's not working, what have you done, what have you not done that you said maybe you were going to do. If you've done something and it's not working, so let's like leave that and move on. This is something I've done and it's working really well, so we're going to continue with that. So it's just a kind of spot to see where you are. It's not about failing or succeeding. It's just about distractions. It's just about where you are and what's working and what's not working, and just kind of regrouping and saying, okay, this is what's going on, and this is how I'm going to proceed forward. So yeah, it's just reflection, review, assess, all those things, and just kind of regroup and move on for whatever it was you were trying to release. With the Leo energy, just maybe be aware that you might have a little ego coming in there. So that being said, when we're talking about our reflection and our review, like trying to really I don't want to say disassociate, but what's the word I'm looking for? Just separate that ego part of it with your reflection. So again, just trying to be really truthfully honest with yourself, and not, because it's hard to, tap down and say we have faults and we have issues and we're to blame for things, because it's easier to, blame other people or our circumstances or whatever, when really, like, if there's something, another tangent, if there's something in your life that you don't like, the only person's fault it is yours. Sorry, but that's the truth. If you're in an unhappy relationship, that's your fault. Get out. If you're in an unhappy job, that's your fault. Get out. And you're like, oh, but I can't because I don't have this or I don't have that. Or, yeah, owning up to our shit sucks. It does. It really does. But, in the end, I really feel that you'll be happier, if we own up to what we don't like about ourselves or our relationships or our jobs or whatever we're talking about, and we face it and we fix it, then we're going to be happier in the end. So yeah, the work can be hard, and as Kimberly said, it sucks. But you're going to be so much better off later on. So anyway, with your reflection and your review on Sunday, just really try to separate your ego out of that. And because Leos can be a little bit egotistical, but Leos can also be attention seeking, and so attention seeking, and they can be very self-expressive as well, though. So, every sign has its balance that it needs to keep. So you might be feeling on Sunday that you want some people to be paying attention to you. You might feel like you want to kind of be the center of attention. Leos are just like, I know it's so stereotypical, but Leos are just like any typical cat. 1 minute they're in the middle of the room and they're like, pet me, pet me, pet me. And then the next minute they're like, don't fucking touch me. So Leo can be like that. And again, if you're a Leo and you're like, that's not me, that is most likely because of where your other placements are that have changed that up for you a little bit. So, you might not fit exactly into those categories because of your other placements. So, all right. So, and Sunday's color was orange. I got off on a tangent there. Sunday's color is orange, and I picked some moonstone. It says live your purpose, and that might be like really like live your purpose is pretty like, okay, that's a pretty big goal, Julie. But baby steps. If there is something that you are trying to let go, something that you are trying to manifest, something that you are trying to change, whatever it may be, hopefully it's going to be leading you towards living your purpose. It kind of goes back to that stupid saying, like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Like, where do you see yourself in the future? Like, and I'm not saying like in your current situation. I'm saying if you could change things and you could do what you wanted to do and you had that freedom and that ability, like what would you be doing in 5 years? And so whatever that is, start taking steps to be doing that, or be that person, or be in that house, or be in that car, or be in that job, or be in that relationship, whatever it is. But you have to do the work, and you have to make the changes. So that's my rant for today. I think I have another video to do. Maybe I'll rant some more. All right, so that's going to finish it up for this week's astrology forecast. Like I said, I'm going to take probably about a half an hour break or so. And then I will come back and we will do another video on Samhain. So it'll be a little bit of a recap on what Samhain is, why Samhain is a holiday, and things like that. And then I will talk a little bit about some things that you might want to use if you're going to do any kind of work on Samhain. So, all right. So as always, remember to be kind. Your kindness is not only going to improve somebody else's day, it could I can't talk. Oh my goodness. It could potentially change your day or someone's life for the better. So thanks for watching, guys. Love you. Take care. Bye.